Teach for Kenya seeks to advance Sustainable Development Goal 4 on quality education for all Kenyan children. We do this by running a 2-year paid teaching fellowship that recruits, trains, and places graduates in our country's most underprivileged schools. Our 2-year fellowship program is also designed to be a very intensive leadership development program. It is our hope that after the 2 years, our fellows will be supported to take up high-impact roles across Kenya's socioeconomic platform that will contribute to the systemic change needed to transform our schools, schooling systems, and the broader platform of social and economic opportunity. Teach for Kenya has 137 active fellows serving in Nairobi, Kisumu, and Machakos counties in 50 partner schools. Collectively, these leaders are impacting the lives of over 1,500 children directly and an additional 50,000 children indirectly.
Our vision is that one day, every Kenyan child will have access to quality education regardless of their social economic background. We hope to make this vision a reality by building a movement of young leaders who are passionate about ending education inequalities. You may wonder, why are we really doing this? We believe that the challenges and the inequalities that Kenyan children are facing, preventing them from accessing quality education, need a multidisciplinary approach for us to solve. Every year, we recruit from Kenya's top leading universities, young graduates and recent graduates into a 2-year paid fellowship program. Over the last 5 years, we have been able to receive over 10,000 applications of young people expressing interest into joining our Teach for Kenya fellowship program. So that shows me that there's a spirit of patriotism and a spirit of young people wanting to serve their community in a meaningful and impactful way. So I'm hoping that in the coming years, we'll be able to give more opportunities to young people. We are looking to have over 1,000 young leaders who will be pioneering local solutions into the community.
Last year, we had over 5,000 applications and we only got 100. So we got the top cream of young people that are really passionate. And for us, because this is also a core value at Teach for Kenya, inclusion. So it doesn't matter the gender, the race, where you come from. So long as you are aligned with our vision, then we are able to come and support you. My role at Teach for Kenya is to support with the training of the fellows who are placed in our schools within our partners, that is in Nairobi, Kisumu, and Machakos. I also support the department by ensuring that we have a leadership development curriculum that we have tailored for our fellows and our students. And I support also the CEO by having stakeholders engagement. And these are our partners. We have the head teachers. We also have organizations that believe in our work. And I work with a team of coaches to ensure that our vision, which is that one day every Kenyan child will have quality education in Kenya, is met. I love our approach because we recruit from diverse background, meaning we get young leaders who are graduates. We have something we call Summer Institute, and this is an intensive training where we train our fellows on a 6 weeks intensive program where we train them on well-being, we train them on policy, we train them on leadership. We carry out something we call continuous professional development, or CPD, and this happens every last Friday of the month, and we do them regionally. These are tailor-made. We normally do surveys to see the needs that are there within the classes. We pride ourselves as a leadership development organization. So we also have a 1-year program on leadership development where we partner with organizations that really are aligned with our vision to offer professional development for our fellows within the 2 years that they are with us.
I'm an educationist. I especially love creative arts because I am a performer myself. I love drama, and I love teaching children. I think that's one of the things that has made me get to where I am, because throughout my life as a teacher and even in school, I was so much into drama, music, and I started training from long time ago, I think as long as 1994. So I think that's what has made me grow in this career. And I'm impacting the same on the children. My partnership with Teach for Kenya started last year, that is 2023, in January. I had a shortage of teachers. So I talked to the sub-county director of education, TSC. And since he didn't have many teachers, so to speak, that were posted from TSC, he asked me if I would like to try some fellows from Teach for Kenya, and I said, why not? So he gave me 2 fellows, and they've turned out to be wonderful teachers. I'm actually really excited by the work that they are doing, because they are hands-on, they are young, they are energetic, they have passion for children. They are very creative. And so I would even really love to get more and more. On top of that, the fellows teaching the children, we were able, like last year, to reach the nationals drama festivals.
I'm a Teach for Kenya fellow. I'm currently in my 2nd year of fellowship. I'm a grade 3 class teacher. I teach mathematics, science, and English. And so far it has been an amazing journey. In class, one of the major ways that I use to motivate my students is giving positive feedback to my learners, to motivate them to even speak out more, to be able to contribute to class discussions. The more you appreciate what they are doing, the more they are willing to communicate. They want to learn more.
My club, it's called the Student Voice Club. I'm co-working with 3 other of my peers. Consists of journalism and public speaking. It gives everyone either a verbal or a non-verbal voice so that they can show how they can lead a group or a crowd to better change.
Since I joined Teach for Kenya, I have several achievements that I'll mention, but there are a few that stand out. One is Tamara. She's one of our students. We mentored her. She was among the students who were interviewed to host the Teach for All Global Conference, and she did an amazing job.
While hosting the global conference, I felt anxious because of all the words I had to say. I was worried that I would mess up or say something that was out of line. But when I continued, it was easier. Like the chills that you get as a public speaker, they just ended and you find yourself having fun with the audience.
We have very many public speakers in the school, and she's really mentored them well. So it's been a good experience for the children. Then again, it also made the children compete a lot because all of them were aspiring to be like her. Now she's globally recognized as a student leader.
Teach for Kenya has contributed so largely to Tamara's education by instilling her leadership values. This has made Tamara more serious with her academics. Teach for Kenya engages with the parents and community by inviting us in their events. They give us opportunity to participate. I've attended their events. That was last year, the global conference. I've also attended the breakfast meeting, whereby we had different discussions, and I can say they are engaging community, me being a representative of the community. I think Teach for Kenya has given us a broad connection as pertains to our children's education.
To support the fellows, we also have to take note that we have system teachers in our schools who have experience, who've been there for many years, and it's important to collaborate and see how to work together with them just to ensure that they are able to see and pursue this vision of ensuring that one day every Kenyan child will have access to quality education.
The best way to share how our activities are aligned with our mission is going back to our student vision. So the student vision for Teach for Kenya is that when our children are 25 years of age, that they will be able to make a future for themselves. And what I mean by that is a future that they love, a future which they are skilled on. Our focus has been to develop our students on skills that will make them, even like when they get to age, get jobs. Like, for example, communication skills. This is a skill that is very important in our current society. Collaboration, empathy. So when you go to our classes, you will find students that are very confident, that can be able to express themselves, that have an idea of what they want. And that's why we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have engineers, we have people who have done biochemistry within our class. We want them to see our fellows as their mentors.
The kind of meetings that we go for, they're so insightful because they teach us on how to handle children, to teach them life skills, not just the education for exams. And I would say that what Teach for Kenya is doing is the CBC way, and that's the way to go. It's really complementing what you're teaching.
We have various partners that have been working with us. Number one is the Ministry of Education, like-minded partners who come in and do value addition. Like I've mentioned, we have Utopia, which is supporting us with literacy training. We have an organization like Rising that is advocating for gender mainstreaming in learning. Then we also have partners like Teach for All. We are doing a program with them. We did it last year, and we have the phase 2 in 2024. It's called Let Girls Thrive project. So this project is where we are empowering our boys and our girls to be aware of matters to do with gender-based violence, because the communities that we work with, these are underserved communities. So you'll find we have these issues coming up a lot. We also have the schools. In fact, those are also our key partners, because for us to be able to reach the child, we have to go to the school, and we are grateful to the 50 partner schools and head teachers that have opened the doors for our fellows to come. We also have donors that keep supporting us with the projects that we are doing. And our ambassadors on the ground, those are our fellows. We also have independent partners who support us, especially in projects like Capstone.
A Capstone project represents a social impact project that a fellow is supposed to identify a problem in the community, and it can be in the classroom, it can be in the immediate community, and be able to come up with a solution. So my capstone project was dubbed Art Vista, which is all about art for mental wellness. It's all about teaching learners issues to do with emotional regulation and trauma healing through the use of art. One of the greatest success stories that really touches my heart is on one learner in my class, in my classroom, called Emmanuel Karori. When I joined my placement school when he was in grade 1, he wasn't performing really well. But one thing that I realized is that he was good with art. So when I started the Art Vista project, so he was able to take me through the art sessions. He was the one who was drawing most of the art pieces. And I can tell you, ever since I recognized that he has a talent, his grades really improved.
At Teach for Kenya, we look at the alumni as the long-term strategy of Teach for Kenya. So once they have gone through the program, they have understood the challenges that our children face in different contexts. We believe that as they transition, they go outside there, they still continue with our vision of ensuring every child can access quality education. Another way in which we engage them is just to bring them into our programmatic activities as an organization. We bring them to support us during the Summer Institute, which is a pre-service training for the graduates as they prepare to go into the classrooms. They get involved in the processes that are there within Teach for Kenya, and they feel valued,
During my experience as a Teach for Kenya fellow, I experienced that my learners were undergoing nutritional challenges. And this is because some of the supplies they were getting from their family farms were not available for them. And this affected my learners, and I decided to do something that, as much as we were in informal communities where we cannot do agriculture, where we cannot practice most of the greening activities in the environment, I made sure that I availed this knowledge to my learners. But I discovered it was not enough just to tell them. It was important to bring in a fun aspect and a relatable aspect for them to be able to develop solutions also for the environment, because they have a better understanding of the environment. That's how I came up with the Tutatunza initiative. It's a Swahili word that means take care of. And this is a resource development hub where we develop resources that are going to help the learners to understand climate change in a fun and a relatable way.
I see Teach for Kenya as an organization that will bring revolution in the education industry through the movement of young, bold leaders. I believe children are not a blank slate. They have knowledge, but if guided very well and we're able to retrieve the knowledge in them, we can be able to really create strong leaders. They are leaders of today.
I think the most inspiring thing to see over the next few years would be a new crop of young Kenyans who are having this sense and spirit of patriotism, who are looking to serve this country in a meaningful and impactful way, and give of their time, give of their resources, give of their talents towards helping those less privileged than themselves.
If you are an aspiring educator, I would urge you to join Teach for Kenya. It's such a fulfilling opportunity that you get to interact with young learners, inspire them, model them to be future leaders, leaders of today, to change the challenges, the problems, and come up with solutions for our society.
Teach for Kenya seeks to address one of the most pressing challenges affecting our country: the fact that where a child is born determines their education opportunities and therefore their life's prospects.